Hello and welcome. Today we've got something simple. So sit down, take a round, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to another Ask Kev Anything. As you can see, I'm here outside right now on the back patio. So if you hear some weird noises and stuff, well, it's because I'm outside. I'm wearing my Pepsi shirt. Yes, the choice of a new generation. Ow! Yeah. Let's get to the questions. First question is from Cleekland, and he writes, why do the Oilers always fail to make the playoffs? Yours truly, Anaconda. You know what? Edmonton this year, the Oilers chose not to make the playoffs because they wanted all the focus to be on the Montreal Canadiens so that the whole world could watch them fail yet again. You know, it's the only really thing I get out of the playoffs this year. With Edmonton out, I got to see Montreal lose in the first round 4 games. That was my Stanley Cup. Next question. It's from Ishmael, and he writes, Dear Kev, I pretty much stopped reading comics about 2 to 3 years ago, but I want to get back into them, but I'm worried I missed too much. Is it a good time to get back into Spiderman and Batman comics, or did I miss way too much that I'll be too confused if I try getting back into comics? And if so, is there anything you recommend that just began that I still have a chance to get into? If you're looking for Spider-Man, basically, I can tell you right now, the new Amazing Spider-Man that just came out, number 590 and 591, with the Fantastic Four in it, is actually, and I'm going to say this, and a lot of people out there are going to be like, oh my god, he actually said something positive with Spider-Man, since the whole reboot thing, but they're actually good. After reading them, I was actually interested to see what happens after Amazing 591, and that's not a feeling that I have had in a long time. So finally, after over a year of utter garbage, Quesada and Marvel have finally brought the Spider-Man story to a level that I can actually speak positive about it. It was good. It tied up all the loose ends that I didn't care about seeing another 5, 6, 7 months of hearing about. They covered it all in 2 books. Done. Okay, let's get back. Let's start back. Let's get back into business here. And the whole mayor revelation of who was mayor was just absolutely awesome. I actually didn't even see that coming. I can't believe it. Usually I can predict these things with the utmost accuracy. Not even. Next question is from Scarlet Spider, number 1, and he writes, Hi Kevin, you're awesome and I think you make great videos. Now here's my question. Why don't you do a Mysterio 101? I mean, he is not a huge character, but you still did Kraven and Sandman. He also was in the Sinister Six, just like the both of them. Just a thought, you are awesome, Scarlet Spider. You know what, Scarlet Spider, even though, you know, not a fan of the clones, although the clones are awesome. What am I saying? Clones are awesome. The name Scarlet Spider. Mysterio 101, huh? I hear a lot of that. I've heard a lot of that for a few years now. And keep watching my videos. Maybe you'll be surprised. And the next question is from Fox Boissy, and he writes, Have you checked out the hit NBC TV show Heroes? If you have, what are your thoughts on it? I get this question a lot about Heroes. I'll be perfectly honest with everyone out there. I have not watched the show, not 1 episode. 0, zilch, have not watched it. Does that make me a non-comic book fan? I don't know. There's too much stuff on TV now. I mean, I have a hard time, you know, with work and with making videos, actually watching TV. Most of my TV time is spent on watching like real life documentary type shows. I like shows like that. I'm also a fan of Jerry Springer. Love that. Always did. Love shows, like Sin Cities. Oh, look at that. Somebody's reenacting Too Fast, Too Furious. Awesome. Way to go. Yeah, I kind of like shows like that, I guess. Real shows. Intervention. Good show like that. Still a fan of the, WWE and TNA. Still like wrestling. Yeah, I know. And of course the cartoons. Transformers and Wolverine and the X-Men. Spectacular Spiderman. All that wonderful stuff too. So yeah, so no, I don't watch Heroes, unfortunately. Sorry, so no opinion. I hear it's pretty good. I haven't watched it though. Next question here is from Oscar Steve Mayer, and he writes, "Hi DC Composer. DC Composer. I am a DC Composer, man. Me. I'm like the soloist, but I work for DC. That is awesome." He writes, "Could you do a 101 about Nightfall?" Well, my friend Steve, I theoretically already did a 101 on Nightfall. It was called Bane 101. Pretty much the whole Bane 101 is regarding Nightfall. So, yeah, if you watch the Bane 101, you're going to get to learn all about Nightfall. Next question is from Conway Gillian 1993. And he writes, "Dear Kevin, I have 2 questions for you. First question is, have you ever watched Family Guy?" Of course I watch Family Guy. I love Family Guy and South Park. I mean, come on. Has Kevin watched Family Guy? Does Joe Quesada like cheeseburgers? Of course. Of course I watch that. Love that show. Love South Park. Love all that stuff. And the next one here is... Actually, yeah, second part of his question is, "I don't really collect superhero comic books. Just out of curiosity, I was wondering, what is your favorite Spider-Man storyline?" Personally, my favorite Spider-Man storyline are the initial ones involving Venom. Amazing Spider-Man 300 was good, but I like the first McFarlane afterwards. In Amazing Spider-Man, 317 and all that, 316 instead of 317. I love that storyline there, because I love the way it was drawn, the way it was presented. Very good. I love that. I also love the storyline that Straczynski did, Revelations, in which finally Spider-Man's identity is revealed to Aunt May. Very good storyline there too. He was interrupted kind of in the middle by the whole World Trade Center tragedy, as they did that black cover book, and then it went back on to finish off the whole Revelation storyline. That was good as well. 2 of the storylines that I really enjoyed in Spider-Man over the years, I guess. Next question is from Andy Oates 2K7, and he says, "Hey Kev, love the AKAs so far." Thanks, man. And they love you. He writes, "Just wanted to know, what are your thoughts on future Marvel films, such as Wolverine, Iron Man 2, and Thor?" Alright. Wolverine, even though the work print is out there, I'm not going to watch that. Comes out tomorrow officially. I'm going to go out tomorrow with an open mind, watch this movie, and you will see a Wolverine Origins review for sure. Hopefully at some point. Also, your talk here about Iron Man 2 and Thor. Iron Man 2, I'm excited, naturally. Jon Favreau, awesome. Love what he did. Definitely excited to see if the Mickey Rourke thing goes through, and he actually, does the roles and all that. I know he's confirmed to do it, but, until I actually see a trailer with him in it, anything can happen. Yeah, I'm looking forward, especially if he plays a Crimson Dynamo. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting, I think. And Robert Downey Jr. just plays an awesome Tony Stark. So, definitely looking forward to Iron Man 2. The other movie you mentioned here is Thor. I've never been a big fan of Thor. I'll watch the movie, it'll probably be good. I'm just glad, that although early rumors were this, for whatever reason, that Triple H, you know, from WWE was going to be in the movie and all that, those rumors shot down. Thankfully, I really don't like, you know, Triple H that much. And to see him do Thor, no, I just really didn't want to see that happen. So, yeah. So I guess it looks like it could be a good movie. Any of the Marvel properties could be a good movie. It just depends how well they're treated. Unlike Punisher. Next question here is from Josh Sampson. And this will be my final question for this Ask Kev Anything. And it says, "Hey Kev, can't wait for more 101s and Transformer reviews. Keep it up, man." I will keep it up, because up is what I do. My question is, how do you feel about the new Freddy Krueger, Watchmen's own Jackie Earle Haley? When I first heard of this Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, I was kind of thinking to myself, oh, come on, they're rebooting Nightmare on Elm Street. How are they going to get a Freddy? You know, they're not using Robert Englund. It's not going to be good. He kind of made a Freddy character. Yada, yada, yada. But in shock, when I heard who was actually going to play Freddy, I was like, oh man, that's genius. That is pure genius. Who better to play the role? I mean, just look at the role he did with Rorschach, and, you know, it's insane. I'm like, Rorschach was just like crazy, you know, like Freddy-ish crazy type weird guy. I was like, yeah, I can see this happen. I can actually see him don the makeup and do a good job. I mean, you gotta look back. I mean, Haley was born in 1961. Robert Englund is 61 years old. So yeah, one of them born in 61 and one of them is 61. I guess it was kind of time for a change, I guess, in Nightmare on Elm Street, because, you know, Robert is getting a little older, still making some cool horror movies, you know, cool B horror movies out there, being made by the man, where he stars in it, directs and whatnot. But I mean, I guess it's time to, you know, to pass the brass reins on to someone else. And I think that Jackie's actually a very good pick for that. And I'm looking forward to seeing how well he does as the next Frederick Krueger. So yeah, that's it for me, I guess, for this Ask Kev Anything. So remember, drink Pepsi, and take care, guys. Later.